Welcome to Rebel Watch, an all-Star Wars podcast.
Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly.
Hey, Star Wars fans, welcome to Rebel Watch. I'm Ez, and we are live at Barnes & Noble, so if you are listening on Twitch and there's been some delay or break, we apologize, but it is what it is. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're listening. We're doing a little live fundraiser for Children's Hospital. We've got the 501st out here, the Rebel Legion. We've got Darth Vader. We've got Chewbacca. Who else do we got? Boba Fett, little young Obi-Wan down there as well. So having a good time with these guys. I am joined today by my good friend David Fogel. How's it going, brother?
What's happening, everybody?
No Fogmeister running the table back.
Yes,
Collecting monies.
Yes, he is. He's
Telling
been
people
working-
about Star Wars.
Exactly.
I think he was running his own trivia actually at the table.
I think he was.
We're dropping sweaty EU
I
knowledge.
think you're giving me a lot more credit than I deserve.
I don't know. Actually, you were asking Star Trek questions. Everyone's like, I'm pretty sure
Right?
this is
I mean,
a
come on.
Star Wars podcast. I don't think Kirk is in the Star Wars universe.
What? Ezra
No, just
Ezra Kirk. You're throwing your
We
last
have our
name
own
out.
Captain Kirk.
Ezra is in
Ah.
Rebels. Okay,
Should we just
so
give him your full name? Let's just, and here's
if you
the
say
social
Kirk, then
security
people
number.
are going to think that I'm a Trekkie fan, which I don't know.
There's a podcast that we could show in which you made a ton of Star Trek references.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we're also joined by our good friend Matt Brady. How's it going today, buddy?
Hey, it's good, man.
Good.
I'm here.
Good. How's that live stream?
It's going.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, good. Mike, how you doing, man?
Oh
Excited.
man, super sweating in this jacket. But doing good, man. We're in the cookbook section. I want to encourage people, if you're here in Barnes and Noble,
Right.
and you're just like, I'm really looking for, cooking with Jeffrey, but I'm a little intimidated by the Star Wars people. They might
Right.
just try to, convince me to come and join their legion. We can pick that book up for you and bring it to you. So if you are here for the cookbooks,
Yeah.
just let us know, and we can get that for you. I see the Barefoot Contessa cookbook, Cooking for Jeffrey. So whatever you need, if you're here for that and you
Then-
just despise Star Wars,
Right.
we can.
My
get
question
that
is,
for
where
you.
is the blue milk cookbook? Because I'm
That's-
quite parched.
That might be in the Star Wars actual.
I think you might need to
section.
write that book, actually, my friend. That'd
Yeah.
be great.
The green milk cookbook seems pretty easy.
Okay. Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm not sure I understand the reference. Is that a Last Jedi reference? Or, okay.
Who
Yeah,
even watched
Space-
that movie?
I don't know.
Gosh, the Last Jedi.
That was a great movie. Yes.
No, it was a great movie. So we are going to do a quick giveaway, though, right now. Here is the question. We'll let Fogel read this here. Let's pass that
Okay,
on down.
passing
here.
it down the
Yeah.
line.
This is a good one. I like this one. The top one there, my friend. The top one.
one.
So let's read the question, and then we'll get a volunteer, and we'll see what we can give away. Let's get some of those graphic novels up here, too, my friend.
Oh my
you know?
friend! I mean, I've got them right here.
Okay.
They're right here.
To give
Okay.
away, so.
They're right here. I
All
can't believe
right.
no one's went for the sabers either, because that's a Kanan Jarrus saber that I've
That was
never
hard to
seen
find.
before.
I'm
Actually.
surprised. And they're kids' sabers, but still pretty
Still
cool.
sabers.
What do you got?
All right. So who said you were right about one thing, Master? The negotiations were short.
But they weren't that short.
I mean, he was.
Who we got, Matt? Who we got?
Gentlemen up front.
What is it?
Can you
Obi-Wan,
name the
absolutely.
episode? Nailed it.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking
bonus.
about.
Nailed it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Bonus
was looking for the best episode.
Which is it the best
Episode
episode of all
yeah,
time?
so-
Yes.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey,
Yeah.
some of these is what's cool is we haven't even had to give them multiple choice. If you want multiple choice, we will give you multiple choice options, my friends.
I mean, I think if you you get half the prize. So we'd have to tear that graphic novel
right
in
down
half.
the middle.
We'll have to hand that to
Right
Matt.
down
Matt,
the
Matt and
middle.
his muscles can tear that.
Yeah,
down.
we had to get him a bigger shirt.
Or get Chewie
you
up
know.
here. He can do it.
Oh, Chewie,
Yeah,
yeah, that's for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
By the way, inside secret, guys,
Yeah.
Chewie is actually 5'2".
Oh, short as all.
Yeah.
The shortest Wookiee I've
Just
ever
so you
seen in
know.
my life.
She is epic downstairs.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all those vocalizations are hers. I'm so
Yeah.
impressed.
She's killing it. She's killing
Okay.
it.
So let's see. Now this one's a little bit sweatier. You might want to go
Okay.
multiple choice on this one here, but
Okay.
for another giveaway. Again, these posters. What is this? 2003.
That's 2005, as we
2005.
have got to really. I mean, your
2005.
movie
I don't
release
know.
dates
Come on,
are.
man.
Which one is it?
off.
Which one? What's
It's
it?
for Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, it is.
Mhm.
My bad.
I mean, it's the only
I didn't read the
episode
actual
of the
bottom.
prequels that
Yeah.
he appeared in.
Good call.
I mean, maybe you've seen the prequels. Maybe you haven't.
Maybe this is a Star Wars podcast. I'm not sure. Okay. Here we go. The question is: who was Gold Leader in the Battle of Endor?
Oh wow!
Oh, I don't even know if I know that.
This is a tricky one. This is a tricky one.
gosh!
So he's well known. and I said he, so we're on to something there.
Don't be afraid
any-
to just
any-
shout out names.
Any idea? How about this? I'll read multiple choice, and we'll go from there.
As I might have a little bit of a clue.
Yeah.
Did anybody hear that? Nope. Yep, they heard it.
Okay. Give it a go. What? That's not loud enough.
Sound
It's-
guy. Come on.
Sound guy.
Hey, you
No,
know what
no,
the-
Where's
let's
the
no.
sound?
Hey, let's not go. It's a trap.
Yep, you heard it. See,
I
yep.
heard it.
Yes.
Okay. So who was gold later in Battle of Endor? We have A. Lando Calrissian, B. Luke Skywalker, C. Han Solo, D. Wedge Antilles. Any volunteers? Luke Skywalker.
Ooh, I have to take personal offense to that answer. As
I know you're very much. I know. No,
I'm a big Luke fan.
I know. This one is surprisingly. I don't know. He mentions it twice though. We mentioned that he is gold leader twice in episode 6. So let's give it. Anybody else got another option? I'll read them over again. So now the choices are down to Lando Calrissian, Han Solo, or Wedge Antilles. Any takers? Andy, my friend, you got a guess? Lando Calrissian.
Oh.
You're right, my
That
friend.
is right.
That's what I'm
You
talking
did it.
about. Hey, you got to come up here now. You got to pick out
Absolutely.
something.
Pick something.
You got to pick something.
Have something nice
So-
for the wife.
Yeah, pick something nice for. Yeah, some
Does she
reading,
wield lightsabers?
some reading material.
That is a personal question. We
Wow.
won't put it on the podcast.
We'll do a one-on-one
We
with
have
her
some
later.
these
Yeah.
too. We've got legit new comics there. We've got
She's like, we didn't know it was going to get this personal on the podcast. It's like
We've got some
marriage
die-cast
counseling
stuff.
if you want.
There
We
you
can
go.
provide
That's
that.
a-
Oh,
that is a
that
hot
is actually very hot.
Yes.
That's actually hot off the press.
absolutely
Brand
Last
new.
Jedi.
Brand new. That's a good one.
So is the comic like an
job.
abridged version of the movie?
I don't know. It's just it has a sick cover. We actually got 2 or 3 of those, I
Yeah.
think, up here. So
Well, here's the question. I mean, they did a novel of it. What are we going to learn in there that we didn't learn in the novel or the movie?
Pictures, Mike.
Just pictures.
Pictures.
I think there's
Yeah.
a whole Porg backstory.
Gosh,
Actually,
Mike.
if I'm being serious.
Well, the best part
yeah.
about the novelization of The Last Jedi is once you just
Come
read,
on now.
you just read the chapter title that says Cantino Bite, and you can just skip to the next chapter.
That's true. We have 0
So
Canto
you-
Bite
You could
questions in this podcast.
Oh my gosh! I think we should do one more.
But
I think
is
we
it-
should do
did-
another
Go for it.
yeah, let's do another one.
Do it.
Another giveaway.
Another giveaway.
Okay,
I,
okay.
I like the ones where there are quotes. So this is pretty cool. I mean, I love that you're running the soundboard too.
I'm
with
trying,
the-
man, but
with
it's I'm just not multitasking.
Oh, if you don't have the app, by the way, the
the
this
best
is the
thing
Star
ever.
Wars app. It's got the what do you call these sound bites?
soundboards,
It's
yeah.
sick,
Soundboard.
absolutely sick. Okay, so here we go. Nope, not that one. Here we go. Who said? Man, I could do the accent. I'm not going to.
Well, you do it.
no.
Well, is it offensive? Is it a Tusken Raider accent?
It might be. No, it's not Tusken Raider.
Oh, okay.
Who said? Concentrate all fire on that superstar destroyer
Hold on a second.
in the back.
Yep. Come on.
Let's go.
It's
Admiral
absolutely a
Mark.
trap.
It is.
It absolutely is a
It's
trap.
a trap. There's a theme. We've been doing a lot of Return of the Jedi. Quite
There's
frankly,
so
my
much
my
Return of the
personal
Jedi.
favorite. So that's
What
kind
do
of
you like,
why.
man? We got comms.
Um,
We got these guys. We've got.
Okay, let's see
I've
here.
got a ton of Hot Wheels. We've got.
Oh, dude, the Hot Wheels are
if you
hot.
want a reversible pillowcase. I mean, I've got that.
Yeah, that I would pass. I would pass on that for right now. But these are
That's
pretty
offensive because I like a nice fresh.
The comics
pillowcase.
are pretty sick too. There's some cool stuff. And
Absolutely.
actually, by the way, every comic that we're giving out is the first edition.
Yep.
So you can start with number 1. We didn't jump in like number 6 because then like, well,
How
what
terrible
happened?
would that be if we
I
were
mean,
just
you
like,
know,
you know what? Here's an episode.
I
Here's
was
the
like-
number 6 issue of a
Right.
6
Sorry, you
part
haven't
series.
read 1 through 5,
Absolutely.
but
That'd be terrible.
here you go.
And I gotta say, yeah,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
choice.
Like I say,
Yes.
as it's also a recession here on the Rebel Watch podcast, so we
Well-
couldn't get the entire series of some of these runs, but maybe the next live
It's
podcast.
been a recession
What do you
since
guys
1987,
spending all that
so-
Disney money on?
Well, I am a
Where's it
Disney show.
going?
It's going to Ez's bank
Where is
account
it going?
because his
It's
bank
going
account.
down a deep, dark black hole. I
Yep.
don't know, a Sarlacc pit
Yeah.
of
Put it in my
kinds.
pocket.
So
Matt, gotcha. Matt's pocketing the
Yeah, I'm
Disney
just-
money.
Well,
It's all his fault.
Yeah,
Kathleen Kennedy is
I'm
the
doing
biggest
some
patron,
right.
and she.
Oh God, yeah, she
and
is.
That
She
deposit
is.
goes straight to your checking account. I
It
have
does.
no access to
It's
that.
okay. I'll give you guys access later. It's okay. Where do you think
Okay.
all this stuff came from? Michael Moore. I know. Thanks, Michael Moore. And our own backs. Okay. So I think today we want to kind of talk about in this segment, since we got the full panel up here,
Yeah.
some general stuff, right? So we got some general.
General Grievous
This
stuff.
this well,
yeah,
I
that
hope
was a
not.
that was a general
I
question.
hope
general
not.
Statement.
You know, we could have said General Kenobi, but we went with Grievous. You know,
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
we're talking about first one we want to do. Greatest Jedi Knight of all time. I've always wanted to do it, and I figured why not do it here at Barnes & Noble, and then we're going to get to the Sith Lord, and
It's
we have a
awkward.
request to talk about the Sith Lords from the EU. So, my friends, to put you on the spot,
Ooh.
as we get into these Jedi Knights. And this is just a quick discussion.
Yeah.
And then we'll move on to something else. So we don't have to go super deep and sweaty here. Greatest Jedi Knight. You could go EU if you want to. You don't have to. You can stay just inside the original films. Who wants to start? Because you know where I'm going to go.
I can start. I just wish that he were up here since he's here today, as in costume, and that would be Anakin Skywalker.
Wow.
Whoa.
In that it's all about bringing balance to the Force. And if you watch episode 3, when he goes and has that sweet lightsaber fight between he and all the younglings at the Jedi Temple.
Oh my God!
I mean,
technically,
just
really bringing some balance to the Force
We are
there. So
single-handedly.
I just gotta say, he also has
Did you
the
say
highest.
single-handedly?
Yeah.
He also
No,
has
because he was force choking them, and he was
So
he's
he's also got the highest metachlorian count. I mean, so
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
He also has a then later, I guess, when he's really no longer. It's also Return of the Jedi. He returns.
True.
Could he
So-
also be the greatest Sith then too? Because I mean, if you're racking up kills, he probably has the most Jedi kills. If you throw in the Padawans, everyone's like,
Everyone's
kind
kind of feeling like on that.
So so I got to go with old Anakin Skywalker.
Okay.
Wow.
You underestimate my power.
He did say that.
He did say
He
that.
did, but
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, I feel like we're gonna get a curveball here from Master Fogel. I'm not sure, my friend. What are you thinking?
That's what I do.
You throw curveballs at
Yeah.
me, and I never know what's gonna happen. So give it to me.
So I don't necessarily focus on power,
Okay.
Wow.
but knowledge.
Okay.
So
Okay.
who I would go with is Qui-Gon Jinn.
Wow. I actually thought that was gonna be Matt's answer.
Now
I thought that was gonna be
I
Matt's answer,
actually
too.
thought he was going to swoop that one as well.
Yeah.
we both had a really really special time with episode 1, and I mean when we were growing up, I don't know what we were 10, 11 maybe when episode 1 came out, all the merch and all the promotional stuff that came out around that. I mean that was pretty near and dear.
Yeah.
But so who taught Yoda and Obi-Wan
That's
to
a
become
great-
Force ghosts?
That's a great point.
Jiminy, I mean, you're gonna go. Well, I mean,
Who is the Grey Jedi?
well, now hold on a second. Hold on. Now that's. I love that we're here. I love that we're at this point because they actually did some very different things. What was it in episode 3 that this idea that Qui-Gon or that Liam Neeson was actually perhaps going to be in it.
Yeah.
And then they kind of did a little switcherooski there, right? And then we had the Clone Wars animated series, which we were talking about earlier, and just how that sort of has changed the way in which Yoda and then in turn Obi-Wan learned to become one with the Force.
Absolutely.
Right.
But I am a big believer. It was Qui-Gon, right? It says episode 3.
I'm gonna say it's Qui-Gon.
That's what was said in episode 3. That he had come back from the other side of the Force and he was teaching.
Here's a question about that. His fateful end. If you haven't seen episode 1, I don't know why you're here, but Qui-Gon seems to end far too soon. I mean, they probably could have used him throughout the trilogy, right? Was George Lucas all along planning on making him the one who tapped into that more living Force, come back as a Force ghost type? Was that planned all along, or was it like, people really liked Liam Neeson as a Jedi, and we need to bring him back in some manner?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. And since I've
I
talked
feel
to
like
George,
it was more planned out instead of like an
I think
afterthought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since I've talked to George Lucas from time to time, I'll tell you guys that it was planned.
Okay, yeah,
right. It was planned. They wanted him in the movies more involved, but they just didn't get to it. No, I have no idea.
Well,
I
I believe that what happened was that he was filming some action movie, broke his leg, and so then he wasn't able to.
He was filming Taken.
Maybe, yeah. So
Taken 4 or 5,
Taken 6 or 7.
That was around 1999. When
How
they
many
did that,
times
right?
can you be taken?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so he was
not enough, my friend. Not
Get a
enough.
whole
little interesting trivia here
Jeezy Pete.
is that
Here
in
we go.
Star Wars Episode 1, it cost them an extra $100,000 to produce because Liam Neeson is so much taller than the rest of the cast that they had to
What?
extend the green screen since everything was filmed.
What?
Via CGI. Yeah, so they had to extend all the green screens on all the sets by a couple extra
my gosh.
feet because Liam Neeson is so much taller than the rest of the cast.
Well, and you also had to get Jar Jar in some of those scenes
True.
too. So,
Yeah, so-
I know. I didn't. I just.
I thought we
mentioned
were
it.
never going
That's
to
the
mention.
first time.
We were never going to
Darth
mention
Jar
him
Jar.
again.
There's a first time for everything.
Shut the
Jar Jar
podcast
just
down.
happened to slip himself in. here. So
He just
shut it down.
Are there any? That's another question.
Yeah.
Are
we gonna get your guys' answers?
Oh, that's part of the
we're
fun
getting
is that
there.
we never.
Oh, we'll get
give
there.
our answers.
We'll get there. You want? Let's do it right now. Let's do it.
Let's do it right now.
We're at an event.
Let's do it right now.
So let's do it. We, sometimes Mike and I save our, whatever. But well, you
God,
go,
look at
my friend.
how,
You go.
I guess
how
I
far
can.
above us they are.
Yeah, it's just,
don't even. I see you over there, Eagle Eyes.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
We don't have blazers either.
Well, there is a blazer with your name on it. It's behind my sweaty back, actually. So
Just the way I like it.
that's right.
Good
So
Lord.
after The Last Jedi,
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion has always been that Luke Skywalker is the greatest Jedi of all time. That's my opinion. It's
That's
humble.
your opinion.
And then Last Jedi comes along and
Is it
just
humble?
reaffirms that. It's not humble at all.
Wait a second.
The man from the unknown regions projected himself on Crate and pretty much saved the Resistance single-handedly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. No other Jedi Knight ever has done that. Ever.
Okay.
That's without proper training. That's without having a master. Other than Yoda, but let's be honest, he trained with him for 5 minutes on Dagobah.
Yoda was just his backpack.
Just his backpack.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Though I think there's a strong argument for Obi-Wan, but I feel like Obi-Wan just happened to kind of fall into things.
Really?
Was it destiny, or was he just,
Wait a second. Falling into being one of the youngest masters,
being a hero
on the council? Yeah, being a hero.
Well, I think
right?
that was actually Anakin was the youngest.
No, given the rank of master, my friend.
But joining the council was just
yeah.
Anakin.
Right.
Yeah,
we grant you a seat on this council, but not the rank of master,
That's
right?
true.
That really ticked off Anakin.
That's true.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, I think you can make the case. There's also a lot of Legends material to support that Luke is a very strong, Jedi Knight. But I think I'm going to go with, as Fogel, you said, for you it was about knowledge, right?
Oh, wow.
For me, it's staying true to the Jedi code. And that would be my good friend Obi-Wan Kenobi.
What a shocker.
You better include all canon material there, because the Clone Wars included. If we're talking following the Jedi code.
Okay, you're right. I was worried you were going to say that.
Ups.
I was worried you were going to say that with
Though
the Satine.
He does follow in line more than anyone else. I will give you that.
Yeah.
But just real quick, just so we can go back to mine.
Yeah, sure.
Which was the obvious
best answer.
Yeah. Who beats Obi-Wan Kenobi in Episode 4? Oh, yeah, that'd be Darth Vader.
Well, he does. But does he
Anakin Skywalker.
Who originally beats
him.
Anakin in the first place in Episode 3?
I mean,
cuts off his legs.
He who
who had the high ground.
Yeah,
well, he had the high ground in Episode 4 because he's a lot taller.
That's true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll put a little spin on Anakin's own words. He's holding me back. To hold back one of the greatest Sith Lords of all time, pretty big feat.
Well, he who laughs last.
Guys, he was just buying time.
Who's the more foolish? The fool or the fool who follows him?
Hey, I'm just.
All right.
There's so much knowledge.
Just go watch it. Just go watch the fight.
All right, we're setting up the octagon. Ez and Matt.
Hey, they're here. Hey, here's the thing: is that Obi-Wan and Darth Vader are both here.
We could see.
We'll have them duel it out right in the back.
We could.
Seriously.
We could.
So anywho, I think that's a good spread there, guys. I was worried we all were going to go Obi-Wan, which is the obvious answer.
I thought someone was going to say Kanan Jarrus.
Kanan Jarrus? Who?
You Rebels fans out there, I'm so sorry.
So sorry.
But also another individual who he had a master for a while, but was lost in the Purge of the Jedi and kind of came up as a Padawan by himself.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
Now, if we were, so.
Well, okay. So I think that was good. I think across the board. So just to recap, we've got Qui-Gon, we've got Anakin Skywalker, Luke Skywalker, and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Okay, does anyone out there agree with any of those choices? Who do we have out there?
Actually, let's do a show of hands. If we had to pick between those four, who is the greatest? So let's a show of hands.
Ooh, I like
if we had to pick between these four here.
Yeah.
You could favorite, greatest, etc. So let's start with Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Any votes for Qui-Gon Jinn out there? We got 1 and 2. I'm surprised. Okay.
2 takers for Qui-Gon Jinn?
Yeah.
Holy
And in this crowd, that's actually a pretty big deal. That's interesting.
Oh, man. I've got a bad feeling.
So Anakin Skywalker.
Anakin Skywalker. You can make one more plug for him if you want.
/ Darth Vader as he returns in Return of the Jedi.
/
He does defeat the Emperor.
Wow.
When
AKA
he returns,
Sheev Palpatine.
when he returns as a Jedi in Episode 6.
Yeah. Okay. All right, any takers for
Any
Anakin?
takers on Anakin Skywalker?
There we go.
We have
taker.
one.
Yeah.
So
That's
far,
what I'm talking about. And we've got 2.
Oh, it's a tie.
that's
it's a tie.
half of the crowd. I don't know if Luke stands a chance.
I'm relying on everybody else here. Okay. So
are we
let's,
considering all of the Legends Luke stories? And
I don't think we have to, my friend, because we have Obi-Wan sitting over here. So
oh wow,
let's
Here
show
comes
of hands.
and Chewie's back.
Chewie
Oh,
also.
Chewie's back.
Absolutely.
Chewbacca.
Yeah.
So quick show of hands here
And
now.
hey, now that they're back, I just want to remind everyone who didn't answer when I said Anakin Skywalker was the best Jedi ever.
Greatest Jedi of all time.
Yeah, of all time. So
right.
all you people who didn't answer,
I think he makes a
can
better
answer to him.
Sith, but
You do. You're gonna have to answer to Vader. That's for sure.
that's right.
All right. So we're taking
He
votes
finds
now.
your lack of faith disturbing.
Disturbing.
Always,
Yeah.
always.
Yeah. We would be honored if you would
Yes.
join us.
Mm.
Okay, so we're taking a couple. So we've got 2. We're tied. We're tied
two.
with
Right.
Qui-Gon.
2 for
We're
2.
tied
That's
with
right.
Anakin Skywalker. So give me a vote here. Show of hands for greatest Jedi Knight of all time. Is it Luke Skywalker?
Luke Skywalker. There's
Wow,
1,
we've got
2,
1,
3,
2,
4.
4.
Let's go.
What?
Doubling those. I mean,
5.
from the back
We got a
here.
5.
Any,
Oh my
All
gosh!
right.
Anybody?
I'm gonna need some help.
Well, I know about 6 or 7 people who will not win any more prizes.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So all right, leaves us with
Yeah, at least with Obi-Wan, which is one
Any
of the,
Obi-Wan Kenobi, greatest
as the
Jedi
best
of all
Jedi
time.
ever.
Obi-Wan
yeah,
himself.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah,
There's
we
so
go.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
we got
so-
1. Okay, that's
Any
great.
other
Oh.
takers for Obi?
No, I think
Last call.
that makes sense. That makes sense. You know why, guys? He's
Yeah.
one of the drier, older. He's the.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, when you don't think so.
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh. So, anywho,
Oh, he's coming.
so
he'll
the
come
winner,
up.
the winner is Luke Skywalker.
There we go.
I think that's fair. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Well,
he is
it's-
the hero in the galaxy.
It's the
that we
Legends
need.
material. I think it's all that stuff. So makes
Absolutely.
a lot of sense.
Now, if we're talking, understanding of the Force and all that, we could be a different direction. But greatest Jedi as the greatest hero, I think you gotta hand it to him.
I'm not mad about Luke. I would have been a little more upset if we would have went Qui-Gon.
Qui-Gon,
I like
yeah.
To be
Qui-Gon.
upset.
I like Qui-Gon, but
But
I
a
mean-
strong showing.
I'm just gonna say,
go ahead and say it.
Anakin Skywalker is the one who throws the Emperor down.
And then
There we
dies.
Yeah,
go. Okay,
and
I'm
then
just
he
saying.
dies.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
and,
Oh, true. Listen.
Oh.
well,
That was
and didn't
Ugh.
George Lucas in the
Yeah.
in the bonus features and the prequel package, he said that Anakin is the chosen one.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, pretty definitively. But then in a 60 Minutes interview, he also said that Star Wars was never coming back after Episode 3.
That's right. He said that.
So,
And you and
mean,
I said for years that it is coming
never.
back.
Exactly.
So I'm happy that it is. Interesting. Okay, so that was good. Now we have a quick. We're gonna make a. So take a second here. I want you 3 to think.
Oh man.
So we did the light side of things.
Oh, let's go.
Now it's time to turn to the Sith Lords.
Let's go.
Okay, right, which is unfortunate, but
Oh well.
we're gonna take, and we can include again EU if there's a lot of them. So if we don't know
Yeah.
all of them, that's okay, guys.
It's okay.
But let's take a gander for a second here. Let's think about
Yep.
the. Do you say greatest? Do you say greatest Sith Lord?
Absolutely.
I mean, what do you say?
There has to be
What
a
do you
balance.
say?
As, and I
Most
think-
powerful. Most powerful. I mean, I guess is what we're going with here. So
we said greatest of all time. That's
greatest
that's
of
the
all
segment.
time. Okay,
Guys,
Greatest
can I
Jedi,
just start?
greatest Sith.
you can start.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and start because I believe that my answer for greatest Jedi of all time is also my answer
Yeah, that's
for
what
greatest Sith of all time, and
Yeah.
that is once again Anakin
Absolutely.
Skywalker, who he brings balance to the to the
He does.
Force.
Yeah.
He does.
There's like 2 Sith and a
Right.
you got
That's true.
a ton of Jedi.
Yeah.
So
That's a
you
good
know.
point. That's a good point. I mean, I'll let it stand. Okay,
Okay.
because he does. He
Let it
is. It's, we'll let that go.
I mean,
'Cause,
just watch the ending of Rogue One.
Jesus
Okay,
That's
Christ.
pretty
great.
pretty
That's
violent
good.
for you
That's
kids
true.
who
That
haven't
was
seen Rogue
The
One.
most,
Maybe
one
you're-
of the most
probably-
iconic movie moments of all time. I'm your
It
father,
was.
right
Right.
there. Boom.
Yeah, true.
Absolutely.
True. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get. I don't even know what my answer is going to be yet.
I mean, you're gonna wing it.
I'm going to wing it. I
And
am.
and real quick, again, episode 4 beats Obi-Wan.
Okay.
Wow.
That is
Wow.
He does.
Wow.
He does.
Okay.
Fogel.
I have to defer. Yeah.
Oh,
This is going to be a little tricky. What are you thinking?
Emperor Palpatine.
Emperor
Old
Palpatine.
Sheev himself.
Well,
Does anyone know that in what was it, Aftermath?
Mhm.
Is that when they revealed, or was it the
Well-
last Aftermath book?
No, I think it was in. Was it in the Plagueis book?
Sheev's first name. The Tarkin book was the first reveal. I knew it was some new canon novel.
Right.
Palpatine's first name is Sheev.
That's great.
I mean, can we talk about that? I love it.
Sheev?
It's a great name.
I love it. So you got to call him Sheev Palpatine. We got to
Sheev
go full
Palpatine, gotcha.
Anakin Skywalker, Sheev
Palpatine,
Palpatine.
gotcha.
Right.
I love it.
Gotcha.
I love it.
You've got Sheev and Shmi, and it just goes. Yeah. So there's something there.
It's great.
So again,
Could be.
we go back to that. Who's Anakin's father? The names are close,
Yes.
etc. So okay.
Well, any reason why, Fogel in particular?
Well, I mean, who masterminded the Empire, really? And then even continued it on through the contingency plan.
You're
Gee,
right.
Into
That's sweaty.
the new movies we have today.
Yeah. Okay.
So although maybe not, again, it's not necessarily the most powerful, but
Yeah.
my God, was there a better manipulator,
Oh no, there wasn't.
a better creator?
Well,
possibly.
Well,
No,
so-
I'm with you. Hey, that's good thoughts. I mean, all the prequels. That's what it is, right? Setting this thing up. So
yeah, no, that's and
That's
then
fair.
like you said, the contingency
fair.
plan for those that aren't
Yeah.
familiar with the new canon novels and stuff. While the Empire was kind of when the Sheev kind of recognized that things were probably going south, or even when they were fine, he's like,
Right.
if this Empire can't stand, I'm going
Right.
to plan for something else.
yeah,
And I'm going to, send out scouts. We're going to look for resources. We're going to tap into knowledge that we've never tapped into before.
Yeah.
And he had a plan, and they called
Well,
it the contingency plan.
And again, what is one of the Sith's greatest attributes? Self-preservation.
Yes.
Or preservation of legacy.
Wow.
And you see that
Wow.
in the
who
Battlefront
did
You're
it
game.
making a
better?
hard case here, aren't
Yeah.
you?
You see that in the Battlefront game. One of the coolest things we
Yeah.
saw, I think it was Battlefront, even maybe one of the cartoons. Palpatine shows up with one of those droids, or one of the red, like Imperial
Praetorian
Guard
guards.
looking
Yeah,
droids.
yeah.
And it has a face on it that
True.
It
The-
displays what's it? Sentinels.
Sentinels, what are they called?
Sentinels. Yeah. It displays Palpatine's face.
Right.
And one of the generals is there, and they're like talking. This thing shows up. He's like, "The Emperor's dead. Like, what is going on?"
Right, yeah,
They
right.
don't even know. Some of the higher-ranking generals don't even know
Right.
that there's this plan.
Well, and that goes back to the legends, like you guys were mentioning earlier. We were talking before we started, just the idea of the preservation, the clones. That the Emperor's hand still, reaching out.
Still there. Yeah.
I mean, still calling out to Mara Jade. If you read the Thrawn trilogy, when she passes by, where the second Death Star was destroyed. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, so crazy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so 2 really good. I like it.
Mhm.
All right. Let's see. Let's go 1
Yeah.
and 2 here. What do you think? What are you thinking?
There is a strong case for Vader. His intimidation factor alone.
Is that what you're going with?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I think he makes a
Scared
strong
me.
case there.
Yeah.
His intimidation alone, and that's why I love that we're seeing in things like Rogue One, and even some of Rebels season 2, like no one really knew why Vader was so feared. I mean, he's just kind of a menacing presence, but then you see in Rogue One, you see these rebels that are just like, wait, what is this? And he
Right.
just annihilates everyone.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a presence to him, and that's part of like George Lucas's vision that made him
Mhm.
so kind of intimidating, and then everyone kind of fears him. So there's a very strong case for that. But I mean, ultimately, he failed to take a apprentice and Luke Skywalker and Rey.
You really
Okay.
gonna say that?
I gotta throw it out there. I gotta throw it to the Emperor because he has his hands everywhere. And
Wow.
he's still affecting things even after his death. And
Okay.
his manipulation to bring Anakin on board.
Mhm.
I mean, that if you take anything from those stories and the prequels, there's issues with them, but it's that manipulation. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you.
You
I
know
hear
what
you
I'm
on
saying?
that. I hear you on that.
Okay.
So you're going with Palpatine.
I gotta go with Palpatine. Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
God.
Wow, so we got 2 for
Bullshit.
Palpatine.
Two
So
for Palpatine.
Ez,
I
or
thought
does
he's
Ez go?
tapping into EU
Ez might
here.
go into a different.
Well,
direction.
see, I thought I would tap into EU because you've got a lot of different examples we could talk about, but I mean, we could talk about Darth Revan and Darth Malak. We could
Yeah.
talk about Darth Bane.
About the
Darth
Emperor
Um,
himself.
We could talk about the Sith Emperor himself, which is a vitiate, which is a pretty
Yeah.
big deal, correct? Now, are we counting Snoke? Snoke's not a Sith.
We don't
Do
we
I-
don't
don't
know.
know.
if
We don't
he is.
know.
He's
Right?
dead. Just
Yeah.
like
Is
that
he
way.
dead? Stop it now.
Yeah.
But who else?
Don't ruin my parade over here.
But who else was able to bridge 2 minds?
Well, hey, now hold on a second.
You know?
I think that was the Force. Okay, that was the Force.
That's the Raylo connection.
Yeah.
It's just there.
Guys
Look
and
out.
your Raylo.
Look out.
You
It's
see
scandalous.
Chewie's like, get that
Scandalous.
Raylo.
Let's just cut that.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
cut it.
Yeah.
Cut it.
I'm out on Raylo.
All right, who is?
Yeah.
I'm curious.
So, okay, if are we going most powerful?
Well,
Greatest
it doesn't-
Sith of
it-
all
he's
time.
like, yeah.
Greatest Sith of all time?
No.
Oh my god.
I think it's it's a pretty clear question.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I heard a
that's good
Plagueis
too.
out there.
I don't know, man. I almost want to steer away from because if I go EU, you almost have to go the Sith Emperor, right? I mean, you almost have to go.
Oh,
that
I mean,
way.
he drew power from
will-
entire planets. I mean, that's.
I will say there is
Yeah.
one. Well, there's
Have I missed some-
there's a couple more from
Who else can I
from
consider?
the main movies, but there's one
Yeah.
you're not talking about who a lot of people I think would pick simply on the cool factor.
Mace
Well, I mean,
Windu?
because he's cut in half. I don't know that we.
Mace Windu.
You know, is he still in? Did he ever?
Darth Maul.
That's what I'm saying. But he's cut in half. You know, I mean,
Wow.
Cut in half.
he
Yeah.
is cool. He is cool. Darth Tyrannus, Count Dooku.
Dooku.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. He gets pretty owned by Anakin. So I don't
And
know.
his party's over.
Yeah, you're right. His party is
His
over.
party is
Maul
over.
has an argument though.
Yeah,
Maul
Maul-
was cut in half.
Well, and if you go into Clone Wars and him coming back, etc., yada yada yada. But now, if you watch Clone Wars though, and Palpatine
Yeah.
wrecks him in the
Yep.
Clone Wars.
He does.
I
He's
mean,
pretty weak.
and his brother.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
But he's getting used to his legs and stuff like that. There's an interview that Dave Filoni did when he talks about bringing back Maul, and he's
Mhm.
like, George just came to the office, and he was just like, "Hey, I got an idea." Filoni's like, "Hey, what's that?" He's like,
Right.
"We're bringing Maul back," and he's just like, "Good one."
Yeah,
He
that's
was
funny.
He was cut in half. Like, how are you going to do that? He's
Right.
like, "You'll figure it out." So Filoni had to figure out this whole backstory of going, falling down the pit, getting out, meeting up with the Night Sisters and all that
Yep.
good stuff, where he gets his legs and develops that power.
Okay,
There's an argument there.
and
but
I'm just gonna
his
say it.
fighting, not the greatest.
So that is what George Lucas has done. We heard him say that at Celebration.
Yeah.
We heard Dave Filoni say
Yeah.
that was his big thing. George is always telling people, have no fear, right?
Ooh,
Don't be
yes.
afraid.
Yes.
Don't
Don't be afraid. Bring
be
Maul
afraid.
back.
Exactly. And so let's do it. He makes a bold statement. We're going to do it. People are going to like it.
Yep.
There's a way to do it.
Yep.
Let's do it. So he brought Maul back, and it was crazy. Kids loved it. I at first kind of hated it, and then
Kinda
I loved it.
Yeah.
So can we bring Snoke back? That's my question.
Yes.
Right? Can we?
So
bring it back?
who are you picking?
So yeah, good call. I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys. Kylo Ren.
Let's go. You are
I mentioned
anticipating the future
everybody
too.
else. I mentioned everybody
Yeah.
else. He
now,
defeats.
now Chewbacca's right over there.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. It's
Absolutely.
I know that hurt. I mean,
But
Ben
that
has-
was I'll go ahead and say it. That was a pretty cool lightsaber fight, huh?
It was a
Kylo
cool-
Ren.
Yeah.
cool lightsaber fight. I think he just had his guard down with Rey. I think Rey is, I mean, it's hard to fight against a force projection. I'll give you that, right?
Yep.
But Rey, she's powerful. He has the hots for her. I'm sorry. I
Well,
know
yeah,
Rey, I
that-
don't want Reylo to
this
be
is
a thing. I
PG-13
don't either.
podcast. I know.
I'm just saying. I think it's going to be a thing. Unfortunately, I think Reylo is a thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, and to speak to that, in the Last Jedi novelization, even Snoke talks about Rey's power and how it's kind of it's masked, but it's also she hasn't even reached her full potential. So
Right.
that kind of, I mean, he's still a kid. He's still got the training wheels on, so to speak.
Right. Now, one more thing. Anybody who has the Last Jedi, Blu-ray edition with the bonus features or what have you, if you watch the full Jedi and the director commentary, there's a scene, Mike and I caught it, just a brief moment where it doesn't make the movie. It's not even in the deleted scenes, but it's when Luke Skywalker is fighting Rey, and he had just come in and he saw the Force touch. What's going on there, right? A little intimate scene, right?
Yeah.
And then as they're outside and they're fighting, let's see, I think it's Luke falls. It's the moment he falls, he catches himself with the Force, and he says, "You sold yourself to the dark side for a pair of pretty eyes."
Pair of pretty eyes. It's in the
And
novel
it
too.
Did not? Is it in the novel?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the novel. Okay.
Yep.
So selling yourself to the dark. He says that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. So I mean,
and this is kind of
but
cool
now,
too. Yeah,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
sorry, I hate
No, go
to
ahead.
not to steamroll here, but
Please.
I mean, we had another character who, kissed his sister. I know this
It's
is
awkward.
PG-13
Let's talk
podcast,
about it.
but that happened. So could they be brother and sister? We got Reylo. Are they related?
Could be.
I mean, not twins, but
Yeah.
If it has to be a love story, that's fine, because have we really seen, I mean, other than Luke Skywalker and Mara Jade and EU stuff, have we seen two really powerful Force users have a love story and, you know, have children and do all this stuff?
Right.
Like, no. So if we're going to do it,
I know you hate it. I know you hate it.
I'm not the biggest fan because I don't think it's necessary, because I want to see Kylo Ren wreck. I want him to be the greatest Sith of all time.
If you were watching Last Jedi, right, and when Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, holds out his hand and says, "Join me, please." I was sitting the first time I watched, and I said, "Okay." I threw everything out the window. I said, "Do it. Just do it. Take his hand. Just do it. Do it. Just go do it." You know what I mean? I didn't know where the story would go with that, but I was like, "Just go for it." And then I was like, glad that she didn't.
I will give him this.
But
I am a very big fan of the Claymore saber. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is cool. It is cool. It's unbalanced though.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
it is very unstable, and it's
Are we raffling a Claymore saber?
raffle of Kylo Saber is over there. It's
actually good call. I think it's time to do a giveaway. Can we get a little?
Hold on, just
let's get some giveaway action.
You
going
caught me off. You caught me off guard
because it just reminded me of that. Yeah, it's about time to do that. And then once we do the giveaway, we'll wrap up, and then we'll get our trivia trial contestants up here. If anybody wants to participate in trivia trials, we've got some more of that going on back there. A sign up sheet, and we'll get after it.
Can we pick a question for the youngster and test that Padawan's knowledge?
Oh,
would he be willing?
We absolutely could.
We got some prizes, young man.
Let's see.
A lot of prizes. Come on up.
Yeah, come on up.
You got
a question. We have to ask him.
Okay. Let's think here. We're gonna ask you a question here. I got to think of a good one real quick.
What about the greatest Jedi of all time?
Oh,
is that a loaded question?
That is a loaded question. You ready for this one? Okay. Who is the greatest Jedi of all time in the galaxy? Who do you think? You don't watch it?
Oh, no. That's okay.
Do you know what we're going to do? Here's what we're going to do.
We're going to get you started.
We're going to get you started, okay?
Well, so you're the greatest lightsaber of all time? Or?
You're going to need this, okay? So I want you to take that. That is super important. That is a lightsaber, okay? Now, get him some reading material. Get this young man some literature. Get him a comic book.
Book.
I'm telling you right now, this is what we need.
There you go, buddy.
You like Hot Wheels?
Pass on what you have learned, okay?
Well, I do.
Now, it is time. You're going to have to talk to your mom and dad. It's time for you to start watching episode 1, 2, and 3, okay?
Maybe start with 4. Okay.
Well, I don't know. I think we're starting
might be in a better place.
All right.
Let's plug the raffle. Let's plug the raffle again.
That's how we all did it. Start with episode 4.
And you know what? If they don't have a copy of the trilogy, we have it in the raffle. I'm going to tell you right now, your odds are great with this raffle.
That's true.
And there's a lot of good stuff there. So, not to mention a plush Ewok from 1983. That is Wicket himself, vintage. I had to literally tear it out of Ez's hands.
I know.
Yeah.
I didn't want to give it up, but it is what it is. We were at Celebration and we walked into one of those, once you get into the vendors, it's just, it's chaos, right?
Absolutely.
And we were in there and this guy was selling nothing but plush Ewok dolls. I was in heaven.
Oh, yeah.
I was losing my mind. So I'm the guy who watched Caravan of Courage every Saturday growing up, just every single Saturday.
Rented it so many times, just gave it to you?
Yeah, Boxcar Video back in Mount Vernon.
Nobody wants this, young man. Just take it.
They're like, dude, you're wasting your money. Just have it. Okay,
have the VHS.
So, okay, now let's dive into some. Let's do a couple giveaways here.
Yeah, man.
So what we do is we read the question first. If we have an immediate hand, that means we think we know the answer. If we don't, we will read the multiple choice options and kind of go from there. Here we go. Question number 1.
Yeah.
Who did Qui-Gon Jinn run into in the swamps of Naboo?
Wow. I don't know.
We need a hand.
We utter this name in Star Wars?
Who did Qui-Gon Jinn run into in the swamps of Naboo? Ran smack dab into him.
Ooh, I think everyone's tending to forget that.
What do we got? Jar Jar Binks. How dare you say that name on this podcast? But that's okay.
Lisa, like that question.
That's all right. Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Okay, cool. So, I mean, Mike, right? We don't often talk about Jar Jar Binks, and that just is what it is.
It's a small, if you could fit into it.
That's actually really
It's actually a really sick T-shirt. I tried it on, but it was a little too tight.
Awesome.
Yeah,
a little too tight.
Super cool.
Wait, what were you saying? Sorry, I missed you there.
Oh, no, just that, with Jar Jar Binks, not something we often talk about on this podcast. It's a sensitive subject, but
you know what? I personally have never seen a child watch episode 1.
Yeah.
I believe, real quick, I believe Obi-Wan Kenobi told us that they're all going to go downstairs by the carbonite and for pictures if anyone is.
If you guys want to get pictures with them, now's the time to do it. They did have to roll out in order to make another engagement here. So about 1:45, I think he said earlier, they're probably going to be rolling out. So if you haven't taken pictures with them yet, make sure you go down and do that. Because that's a really good opportunity. They're going to be down.
We are actually
the Han Solo carbonite.
Is
downstairs.
So
we haven't even talked about that.
It's so unbelievable. Epic. Guys, what we might do then, since they've got to go, is we might actually, because we need to get pictures down there as well too.
Yeah.
Well, let's do some live stream down there.
We'll do some live stream. Let's do one more giveaway. And then what
we got a youngling back here again.
I was about to.
Was your brother up here just a second ago?
Yeah, you gotta get some prizes.
Do you like Star Wars?
Have you seen Star Wars? Okay,
we gotta hook her up.
Then we need to.
I feel like we gotta hook her
up with
something.
Bring her up. This is happening.
Gotta get it ready.
I'm going with this.
Go with that.
Oh, here we go. How about this? Here's
another. You'll need one of those for your dad. Your dad's gonna need one of those.
Yes.
Oh,
all right. What's your name? Alex. You're gonna be a Star Wars fan, Alex.
Yeah.
Dad, you hear us? So we're gonna start him off on Star Wars.
We're going nuts.
We've got some pillowcase. Hold on a sec.
We got some good stuff here. What else do we have? Right that's a good one.
Yeah, Captain Phasma. She's like one of the coolest people ever.
She really is. We're not even sure where that goes. So there's a lot for you to learn there. This is Rey. We meet her in The Force Awakens, Episode 7. One of the greatest heroes we've ever seen.
I love Rey. Rey is one of my favorite characters. You will love Rey. Rey is epic.
So have that, please. And then there's a series you need to watch, Dad. It's called Forces of Destiny.
Yep.
And it is an amazing animated series.
Yeah.
And it focuses all on the heroines of Star Wars.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on
YouTube. It's free. And we love it.
We love it. We
Princess
do.
Leia,
The Force Awakens, too. That's the first one you got to start with. You just start right at Force Awakens. You're going to love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay?
And those are a couple pillowcases, too.
It soaks into your mind.
Yes.
You'll be when you're sleeping, you'll be thinking about it the whole time. Okay, kiddo?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Give her a hand. Thank you, kiddo.
Thank you very much, Alex. All right.
Awesome. Let's do one more, and then let's all go down and get some pictures downstairs.
Yes.
Here we go. Okay, now, again, I'm a heavy Episode 6 guy, so this is where it's at.
Oh, yeah.
Who personally oversaw the final stages of construction on the second Death Star? Who personally oversaw those? This is a little tricky. There are probably two answers popping to your mind right now, and one of those is correct.
Here's a hint, Ez. It's not Tarkin.
No, it's not Tarkin. It is not Tarkin.
It is not Tarkin.
I will read the multiple choice options. So your options are Darth Vader, Admiral Piet, Emperor Palpatine, or Moff Tarkin.
Well, there's down one.
We're down to 3, my friend.
Absolutely.
We're down to 3. What's that? Oh, close. He is in there though. He is the one. So when the A-wing pilots coming through, right? He's on the Superstar Destroyer, correct? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Palpatine. There it is. Come on up, man. Pick something. Yeah, absolutely. Palpatine.
We shall double our efforts.
Yes.
When they hear that the
Emperor is personally coming to oversee the
disappointed.
Yes. Yeah. It's great.
Really, that's actually the Ghost from Rebels, right?
That one's sick.
That
one's
is
actually
sick.
really sick.
That is sick. Rebels is a great animated show.
Absolutely.
That's something we should have done for the giveaway is get a couple copies of first season of Rebels.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that.
Hey, this isn't the only one of these we'll do. Don't you?
Right.
There'll be
more to come.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, we'll take a quick break here. We're going to jump downstairs. We're going to take our pictures with Vader, Chewbacca,
and then we have some comments going on in the stream. So
yeah,
cool.
What do we got? We
were talking about Raylo.
Oh God,
Revan will return. Has been talking a lot about I Want Old Republic. Bastila and Revan, best love story in Star Wars.
Preach that.
Hands up.
Get your hand up for that one.
But here's the thing, though. I mean, there's like a 50-year gap where they didn't see each other, right? I mean, the end of Revan.
Whatever.
Was it just a bunch of Force love?
That's what makes it such a great. She can still faintly feel him in the Force.
Yeah, Revan is a great place to start if you want to go back to like way before it.
Right.
If
talking about.
you want to read an EU book, read Revan.
Right. And I believe the Revan
and then
Legends
watch our
book
video on YouTube
cheap
about Revan
as well. I believe the Revan's Legends books you can get for like $8, something like that.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
It's relatively cheap. I actually think they have it right over there.
They do.
Absolutely.
They have them right over there. Yep.
Was that the gentleman's handle? His name is Revan Will Return.
Yes.
Oh my God, Revan Will Return. That's so cool. That's so
sweaty.
cool.
That's sweaty.
All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sign off here. We'll head downstairs. When we come back, we're gonna jump right into trivia trials as soon as we get back. So we're gonna take a 5-10 minute break and come right back up here. So may the force be with you.